It's Mikey Latia here, and we're going to do things a little bit different. I want to talk specifically to my business owners. I need to ask you, how ambitious are you? How motivated are you to go after your dreams and work towards your goals daily? I want to introduce you all to a phenomenal woman that I had the opportunity of interviewing. Her name is Maya Cow, and she is the owner of the Chantal Boutique, a mobile boutique in Las Vegas, Nevada. She has just done such amazing things within her business and within her journey of becoming an entrepreneur. And I want you all to hear her story and to hear how motivated and driven this young lady is. It doesn't matter what is on her heart. She's going to go after it. And I want this to inspire you as well. Check it out.
Let's dive into it. You are in your early 20s, right? And you own a mobile boutique. So before we dive into like this incredible boutique that you have, I need to know, how did you get here? Where was the epiphany that I needed to go into business?
I was working for a human resource company, and I was an executive assistant, and the job was amazing and I had loved my job, but it didn't feel right for me at the time, and the path that I wanted to take for life, want to see more of the world. So my mom was like, you should really look into like working, like traveling and working. And I was like, okay. So flight attendant has always been in the back of my mind. So I had applied for like 3 different airlines, and I remember getting 2 offers, and one of the offers wasn't so great. I was like, okay, this isn't really appealing to me. But then the other one, I was like, wow, this is so amazing. I was like, I've never seen this amount of money in, my day and age. And they had flown me out to Texas for an interview. I was like, okay, this is getting real. I was like, this is serious now. And I went and I got the job on the spot. I filled out paperwork, did a background check and everything. And I had came home, and you do training for about a week, and then they ship you back off to Texas for a month. And then they give you about 2 days, and then you're based somewhere else. And then you're supposed to move. So it's all very like lightning speed. So I had some time to really think and like settle down and take everything in, because everything was just happening so fast. I was like, Mom, like, I'm like questioning my whole life right now. Like, I'm questioning the decision that I'm making. I was like, I really don't know if this is what I want to do. And she was like, you're going to become a flight attendant.
Mom is travel.
Yeah, Mom, no, she was trying to travel. Like, and I completely understand. I was like, those benefits are so amazing. I had spent some time with my sister in California, and I just saw all the ideas there and all like pretty much all the fashion trends that they have there. And I am a shopaholic at heart. I love shopping. Clothes is my main thing. I love clothing. And I told my sister, I was like, I don't really know if this is what I want to do right now. I was like, I think I want to open up a business. I have some money set aside. And my sister was like, that's a great idea. She's like, you should do it. Like, who's going to stop you? And I'm like, that's a good question. I don't know who's going to stop me. But I went to my mom for some support. At the beginning, she wasn't on board, of course, because with opening up a business, there are a lot of risks. She was like, no, like, just go try training to become a flight attendant. And she was like, and if you really don't like it, then just come back home. And I was like, are you sure, Mom? Like, it's already in my head, in the back of my head, that I'm not ready to do this. And she was like, just try it. I tried the online training. So that 1 week I did it. I was so unfocused. I was not in it. My head wasn't in it. My heart wasn't in it. I was like, okay, like, I'm just not in it right now. And that really did show me that I didn't take it seriously, as a lot of people would have. Like, a lot of people think this is their dream job. So at the end of the week, they give you your base, and I wanted Phoenix or Dallas. And I told myself, I was like, Mom, I was like, I'm putting this out in the universe. I was like, for anyone who can hear me, if I get Phoenix or Dallas, I will go. I will go if I get Phoenix or Dallas, because those are the bases close to home. I'm like, but if I get Chicago or Miami, it's a no. I was like, I'm not going. I was like, you're stuck with me, and I'm going to be staying home. And she was like, okay. And by the end of the week, I had gotten Chicago, and I told myself, I was like, this is not for me. I was like, I've never even been to Chicago. So pretty much that was right before my business idea pretty much like got into my head. And then in May, I was like, I want to open up a mobile boutique, Mom. Like, this is something that I'm serious about. And she was like, okay. And by the end of May, I had bought my trailer and from a
You go,
junkyard.
girl.
And I was so thrilled. I was like, this is the one. I was like, she's old and rusty and molding inside. I'm like, but she is coming home with me. And she came home with me. So I was so happy. And my dad was there, of course. He helped me remodel it. And we went inside and it was a completely disaster in that trailer. It was a mess, but it was great. And the next day I was like, she's the one.
Oh my goodness. First of all, congratulations. This is so exciting. Like for you to see this trailer, you said she was rusty and you knew this is the one. And kudos to your mom for being on board. That's how my mom is. I told her I'm going to go do something. First thing she's doing, what she's praying. Let's pray over it. Let's just see. Let's make sure this is the right opportunity. And then if she sees it, okay, let's do it. Have you always, in your whole life, just dreamed so big?
Yes. I always tell people when they ask me, like, what is your dream to open up your mobile boutique? And my dream has always been to open up a business. I think that is a blessing in itself. You have something that's your own and that you work for yourself. And I always tell people, I'm like, I'm so blessed to be able to have my boutique because that is something that I love. And it's something that I find passionate and something that I'm so grateful for every day. I'm like, build that business, whatever it is, just build it, just start it. I'm like, because right then and there, you're choosing yourself. And I'm forever grateful for that.
It's not something you just wake up and say, I'm going to open a mobile boutique. But to do something that is really unheard of, you have a lot of food trucks, but you're like, no, this is a mobile boutique. What were some of the challenging moments you experienced when starting this business?
My gosh, there was like a whole bowl of challenges at the beginning. I don't think I've ever cried more in my entire life than I did when I opened up my business. It's hard. It's really hard. But at the end of the day, I told myself, I was like, I'm thanking everyone and everything that has supported me throughout this time. When I had first bought my trailer, I salvaged it from a junkyard off Facebook Marketplace, and it's a 1994 Ford Econoline, and she's old. When I drove her for the first time, she left me stranded on the side of the road. This 16-foot trailer is on the side of the road, and she was, painted. She was pink, there were still holes in her and everything. So you would see this pink box trailer on the side of the road. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, this is the worst nightmare that I could possibly be going through right now. And so she broke down on me. So it got up and running again. But then when I was on my way to my second market, it broke down again and on the way to the market. And I was devastated. I was like, oh my gosh, I just lost a day of money. I felt a little hopeless.
How did that develop your character when you missed out on that opportunity?
Now looking back, I always say when I get somewhere with my truck, I'm like, I'm just thankful that I got here. If I didn't make any money today, it's okay.
Yeah, that's so good. I love that you said that it really created a heart of gratitude. Because we take like so many things for granted. And I think as business owners, that's a great heart posture to have, because a lot of times when things go left or when you only make one sale or you don't have any clients for a period of time, you start to question if you should even do this business. So people, they come in and they can shop. Talk to me about that process. What is that like as a customer?
I'll set up my little pop-up and I'll put my stairs and my mannequins out in the front, and I'll put all my clothes on my displays. I have some accessories and I have my clothes on the rack. So you just come in and you browse. And then if they want to try anything on, I have a little feeding room with a mirror.
Now, how many customers can you typically hold in your trailer?
Oh, that's a good question. Probably like 7 in
Wow.
total.
Are you going to travel outside of the Las Vegas, Nevada area?
That's one of my goals for sure. I've been invited to Arizona markets and California markets, which I do see myself wanting to go there.
Maya, congratulations. I love what you're doing. I think it is amazing. Your boutique is beautiful, girl. God bless you. He has just so many great things in store for you just because you are in position of obedience. Can you tell people where they can find you if they're in the area, where they can shop with you? What are some of your social medias and everything?
So my Instagram and my TikTok are the same. It's Shop Chantal Boutique. My main market is Cornerstone with Prevail Marketplace on Saturdays from 9 to 2 p.m. I always do markets with Prevail Marketplace in Las Vegas.
Well, thank you so much. We're going to stay in touch, Maya, and just, girl, keep up the good work, okay? I can't wait to talk to you next time.
Thank you so much for having me. I do appreciate this opportunity. It's been a wonderful time talking to you.
Wasn't Maya amazing? That was such a phenomenal story. When I tell you, it just had me reflecting. Like, what were you doing at 20 years old? Were you also just as ambitious? It really helped open my eyes to just how fearless she is, right? She has such a youthful spirit and she just continues to show it in her ambition. So I hope that inspired you. I want you to take away some key points, right? These are your keys that you're going to unlock. Self-motivation drives success. Studies reveal that self-driven individuals are 70% more likely to achieve their goals than those who rely on external motivation. Can you hear that? 70% of individuals are more likely to achieve their goals just by being self-motivated. Understanding this too, that yes, Maya's journey wasn't the most perfect journey. She had her obstacles. Her truck getting stranded on the side of the road. And that's how business is. Sometimes we face setbacks, but you have to understand that, those are always opportunities to strengthen you, to continue to push you forward, to help you to be more creative, and to help you to adapt so that you can continue to stay focused on what is the goal. And with that saying, unlock these keys. What drives you? Remind yourself of your why daily. For me, it was not living paycheck to paycheck. I remember being in that space and just wondering where the next payment is going to come, or my check being spent before I even saw it. And that was devastating. Like, no one should have to live like that. It's not a sense of freedom at all. So remind yourself daily when you're in a rut, when you feel as though things are getting challenging, or you just don't have just that spirit to go get it. Remind yourself, why am I doing this in the first place? What brought me here? The next, always take action. Take action daily. Even small steps, they compound into significant progress over time. And I'm going to give you a bonus key. Surround yourself with successful people. Be around people who are like-minded, who are in the same spaces that you want to go in, and people who can challenge you to aim higher. Do not continue to surround yourself with people who are not elevating you. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I did. It was phenomenal. I can't wait to see all that Maya does over this time. Make sure that you check her out on Instagram. As she said, shop Chantal Boutique and go support her. Go support her. She's also online as well. And if you are in the Las Vegas, Nevada area, make sure you pull up to her boutique. You go have your own experience. I'll see you next time. Bye.